Hello everybody, this is Gopherbashi here, and I'm here to talk to you today about Cybernations. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Cybernations is a game where you can create your own nation, build up its infrastructure, set its policies, and even go to war against other nations. If you don't have a nation already, you can sign up for one by going to, at the link at the top here, cybernations.net. Now, Cybernations is a game that remains in constant development, and I'm not going to even try to cover everything possible in the video today. So if you want the most accurate, up-to-date information, there's a couple of sources you can go to. You can click on the community link near the top here, which will take you to our forums at cybernations.net/forums. You can check with your alliance, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Or you can check our wiki at cybernations.wikia.com, and I'll include all of the links in the description below. So where we're going to go to first is right down here in the main menu. If you click on View My Nation, provided you have a nation already. If you don't have one, go make one. So here's everything you could possibly want to know about your nation. Anywhere from messages that are personalized for your nation, little custom messages you can put in, your ruler name, last tax collection, alliance, flag, government type, so on and so forth, all the way down. This is your summary page. Not going to spend too much time on this. Everything here is kind of self-explanatory. You can click on these links on the left side here, and this isn't where you make the decisions. This is where you see the results of your decisions. The first thing we're going to talk about is this number right here. It's kind of hidden away, but your infrastructure determines how much income your nation makes. So let's go to the infrastructure screen, nation purchases. There we go. So what your infrastructure is basically everything that your nation possibly needs to become great. And the amount of infrastructure you have is directly related to your number of citizens. The more citizens you have, the more tax collections you can make, and your income goes up from there. Infrastructure is how you make money in this game. So what you see here is basically my total infrastructure, soldier count, which you buy separately, citizens, which is related to that, and a few other modifiers, and the costs for buying certain amounts of infrastructure. You can buy this up to about 100 at a time, and that's basically how you make money, for lack of a better way of putting it. Infrastructure also gives you a few other benefits just beyond the citizen count. If we go down right below infrastructure, we go to improvements. For every 1,000 citizens you get, you can buy one improvement. Now, I can't buy too many here. My nation's fairly big, but these are extra buildings that you can put in your country that give added benefits. Some will be military, like border fortifications here. Some will increase your literacy rate, your education, your population happiness, and others will improve your trading ability. Now, the only one I'm going to talk about in this recording right here is right down here, the harbor. For $200,000, it opens up an extra trade slot for your nation. And this, every alliance out there that's worth your membership in it is going to tell you buy this one first as a new nation. And the reason why we say that is because this gives you an extra trade agreement. Now, trade agreements are important because they give you extra benefits from other resources that other nations will trade you. So here you see I have 5 different trade agreements here. As a new nation, you start off with 4. So having that extra trade slot gives you extra benefits that you get from these resources. And all of these resources, if you hover over them, they'll show you the benefits, will give certain aspects to your nation, and certain combinations are better than others. Best information for all of that, either go to the wiki, the forums, or ask your alliance, like I mentioned earlier. So here you can see down in connected resources, these are all the resources my nation has access to. The ones highlighted in green are the ones that belong to my nation, and I can trade those away to other people, but I'll still retain the benefit from that. And the people I'm trading with, I will get the benefit from whatever resources they produce in their nation. Each nation will have 2 resources, and here you see I have a set of 12 because I have my 2 own and then trades with 5 other nations. Bonus resources you get from certain combinations of connected resources. So if you want to trade with another nation, let's go back to the trade agreement screen, and I will pick on this nation down here. I've been trading with them for years and years and years. So if I wanted to trade, you can see at the top here, this is his nation screen. the same thing we had with ours, except a little bit less information, just so I can't use it to spy on him as easily. You see options at the top here. So here, right in the middle, trade. Right, so I can click on that. It won't let me send one right now because I'm already trading with him. I'm already at my max, but that's how you do it. I can message him, I can declare war, I can send aid to him, spy on him. So while we're here, let's look at the aid screen. Now, aid is very important. I'm blocked out of my aid screen too. I'm filling up all my slots. So right down here in the main menu, you see foreign aid, if I did that too quickly. Foreign aid is how you give money and receive money and other resources, not resources, other benefits from other nations. And as a young nation, this is important for two reasons. First of all, you can receive, a lot of alliances will offer startup aid if you join them, so that's how you will receive this, through this screen here. And there's also what we call tech dealing. So technology like infrastructure is part of the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But as large nations, and the same goes for infrastructure as well, the more of something that you already have, the more expensive it becomes to buy more. So starting right off as a smaller nation, you'll have 0 tech to start off. If you buy 10 tech, the cost of that for a nation like me that already has 14,000 of it, for me, it will be a lot higher. So what we'll do instead, we'll send money to smaller nations, and they'll send us tech in return. You won't be able to do it right away. Each aid slot is active for 10 days, so you'd have to wait 10 days before returning the tech. But talk to your alliance, they'll have all the information about that. They'll be able to get you started with that. So this is the foreign aid screen, and as we mentioned earlier, if we go back to improvements, your nation will start off with 4 aid slots. To get more of these, we have one right up here, which is called the Foreign Ministry. It lets you come up to 5 foreign aid slots. And if we go down here to Wonders, you can also buy a disaster relief agency right there. And that will open up to 6 slots. Now, Wonders are vastly expensive for starting nations, and you'll probably have to wait for a number of months before you can even have access to that. But that's how you get up to 6. So the reason why technology is so important, if we go to the technology screen, technology is what one of the main modifiers you have for how well your nation performs in battle. For smaller nations, technology isn't as immediately important. You can become a lot more successful by buying tech and selling it away to other nations, and that will allow your income to go up. You'll be able to grow faster, and then once you've grown a lot, you can start worrying about technology. But that's why technology is important. That's why tech deals happen, because technology, you can see for me here, 1 point of technology is $1.2 million for me. For you, it's a whole lot less. So we can send money to you, you can send technology to us. It works out a lot better for everyone involved. So let's go down to the military down here. You can see the military menu down there. We can go to purchase military, and there's a couple different types of military you can purchase. Anywhere from soldiers, tanks, you can have, once you're large enough, a navy, as well as aircraft, cruise missiles, nuclear missiles. When you get big enough to buy those, you can't buy them right off the bat. And then you can spy on other nations as well. The way you declare war, well, I guess we showed that already. I'll go to my aid screen over here. So if I want to declare in this nation, click on him and then go to declare war. It'll ask me, do I really want to do this? And right now it won't let me. And you can see it says I can't declare in this nation because he's not within my strength range. So if we go down here, display all nations, this shows every nation in the game, and the only ones I can declare war on are ones that are within a certain percentage of my nation's strength, which is kind of a calculation of your nation's power, more or less. So you can see that down here. So I have about just under 130,000 right there. You can click on the link, find the formula. But this is part of the feature that stops nations with too much of a difference being able to declare war on each other. The other way that you're helped with war is through your alliance. Now, if I click on my alliance here, and And this shows a list of every nation that's in my alliance right now. Now, you'll have some kind of text here that says either request to join this alliance, something along those lines. I'm not sure exactly what it looks like these days. But that's how you get membership in an alliance. Now, you don't have to join an alliance. You're perfectly free to go it alone or even start your own alliance if that's something you want to do. The benefit to joining an alliance is, one, they can help you build your nation in the best way possible to maximize how strong it is. And two, it protects you from being raided from other nations out there. If you're by yourself, there's nothing saying that anyone's going to come defend you. If you're in an alliance, they know any alliance worth its weight will protect you both financially and militarily as well. So that's basically the basics of Cyber Nations. If you have any other questions, like I said, check with your alliance, check our forums, check the wiki. They all have a bunch of information. All right, take care, have fun.